Hi, TAKful Creator here. Okay, let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, love, abundance guide us in grace. Watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe. So, let's see what we have here. Okay, so it's currently a Friday afternoon in January. Toward the end of January too. Oh, someone needs to see a doctor or someone's going to get a checkup. A caregiver of children who honestly needs to grow the F up, needs to go see a doctor. But they're out without a paddle because their head is in the clouds. There's a cover up here. That's why their heads are in the clouds. They're covering up something that is really important and they need to see a doctor. Something that's going to be expressed on Saturday or shown on Saturday, given on Saturday, because this person is going to be at war with themselves. They're part of some spiritual war. I'm not feeling like they're on the good side of the spiritual war. But this internal battle or spiritual battle that they're going to face is going to shed some light. A Pisces who needs to put their feet on the ground, maybe get grounded, or feet on the ground with heaven on earth. I don't know why I'm hearing certain positions. Okay. With their feet planted. So a Pisces or someone in Pisces energy, a very emotional energy, a compassionate energy, a fanatic or imaginary energy, an energy that is full of passion, that is kind of dormant. Play-Doh or slime, abortion. Oh, that was not a good visual. Ew. Okay, so maybe that's the reason why this Pisces needs to go to see a doctor, because there's some kind of abortion that is not going to be okay, so I'm seeing now. So this Pisces had some heaven on earth experience, right? With their feet firmly planted on the ground. And it's ending up with, a surprise, a little mystery box, okay? But in order for you to see what the surprise truly is, you must go to the doctor, okay? And this could mean that you are already a caregiver of children and you're going to have more children to care for, or that it's time to grow up, because the Play-Doh is for the kids now, because there's, you may be on your path to being a caregiver. Okay? In essence, again, you may be out without a paddle. You might be trying to cover it up, or pretend like things are not happening, kind of being aloof. But this Saturday, whatever spiritual war that you are a part of, it's going to shed light on this abortion either happening, needing to take place, or the messiness that can be around, like the drama around the situation of potentially getting an abortion. Okay, let's see. Hi, Divine. Hey, can you show me yes? Thank you. And no? Let me let you take your time. Thank you. And that we're on the right track. Much appreciated. Okay, so just jumping right back into the reading. So we have this teacher or educator here. All right, so is it a grade school educator, elementary school, high school? So this is a high school teacher that's a Pisces. Oh no, it's a high school teacher having to deal with the Pisces or Pisces energy. Very interesting there. Okay, so if this is between a teacher and a student, oh gosh, talk about messy. Cancer, but Cancer in reverse energy. So to me, I'm not really getting like there's a Cancer, there's a person here that's in Cancer energy, right? Correct. Okay, so then we have someone who, so I explained in a previous reading that Cancers show up emotionally, right, as a water sign differently than the other water signs, right? They all have their own little spark. So for Pisces, they're compassionate, so they can understand what you're going through based on their previous experiences, right? However, Cancers don't really need to have that previous experience in order to, you know, kind of identify with you and give you that nurturing aspect, right? And we call that empathy. So they have a sense of empathy here about this. But since it's in the reverse, it's telling me that it's lacking empathy. This Pisces energy is compassionate, again, offering that nurturing and emotional connection and support only if they have went through the experience, you know, that they've learned the lesson, or they see the right and wrong there, and they're able to offer the right amount of emotion to assist the experience, right? However, this Pisces is in Cancer energy. This is a new experience, so since it's new, they don't really know how to navigate it emotionally, and so they're being detached. They're seeing that empathy is necessary. However, they don't really know how to operate in that, under that umbrella. Okay, so this teacher is most likely a psychology teacher, or because we have psychology student here. But then we also have self-taught. So this is self-taught. So no, we're highlighting that this teacher, this educator is specifically within psychology. So now it begs the question, did this psychology teacher kind of implant these thoughts in the student's mind, or the reverse? Now, it can be a masculine, a man and a woman, meaning like the teacher is the man and the student is the woman, or the reverse. Right now, I'm not really getting a pull to either side, but all I know is that the teacher believes they're God's gift to the world. They're very grandiose, and that's what we're getting here by this grandiosity card. And they're kind of like, okay, so here's the energy dynamic, right? So we have a Pisces energy, and it's closest to the teacher. So we're going to say the Pisces is the teacher. Okay, or the teacher is in Pisces energy. And then we have a Leo, which most likely is the student. So the Leo would naturally, being a sun sign, have a grandiose perspective about themselves. Okay, not everyone, obviously, you know, everyone is different. There's uniqueness out there. However, most Leos are a bit full of themselves. They believe the world revolves and shines around them. Okay, so since we have that here present, I'm guessing the student is a Leo. Okay, so the psychology teacher believes that the student is grandiose. They believe that they're God's gift to the world, and the psychology teacher kind of feeds off of that, enables that, in order to, I don't want to say lure, but because of the age difference, I would say lure the student into their grasp, you know, because there's a superiority inferiority complex, obviously, with a teacher and a student. But then we also have an age dynamic here. If the teacher is masculine, then, you know, it's a little bit more crude than if the teacher was feminine, right? And the reason why we say that is because for someone to be older and then on top of that be masculine, right? Be a man. I'm not going to say a man, because if they're doing this, they're not a man. We're saying that for this man to be a little bit older, and then because he's older and has all this previous experience, oftentimes he's done this before. Okay, and if he hasn't done this before, he's at a build where he can easily overpower a student. Okay, oftentimes when the teacher is feminine, and especially with high school students, the teacher is not overpowering physically the student. Okay, so it just offers a slight dynamic. No, it's not right. 100% in both cases is absolutely wrong. There's actually a show on Hulu about a female teacher falling in love with her high school student, her male high school student. So this could very much be like the plot of that, but I haven't watched that in years. So it's pretty good. You should watch it. But then we have here Character of the Law, cop shows, crime docu-series TV. So what that's telling me is this type of storyline, this drama that is incurring, right, would be great for what are the shows like Law and Order, Law and Order SVU, or Criminal Minds, or The Last 48 Hours, something like that. Okay, because we don't know what this teacher is going to do, understanding now that there's a pregnancy involved. Okay, because it goes beyond, oh, you know, there's a misdemeanor, a mistake here, some issue. It can go very, very far into a felony offense, because it could be a crime of passion. And again, that's what I'm getting here by this crime docu-series, okay, between this Leo and a Pisces. Now we know the Pisces is already in lacking compassion, because they're not showing up in that energy. They're showing up in a reverse Cancer energy. So they're showing up lacking empathy, lacking that nurturing and kind of motherly aspect. So to me, maybe the Pisces is more in the feminine energy, whereas the Leo is more in the masculine energy. But that says absolutely nothing to where one is female, one's male. Like, it could definitely be either or reversed, right? Gosh. So do we just need to know the storyline here? No, we need to figure out something about this. Okay, we need to give advice during this time. No, we need to figure out what's specifically hidden. Okay, so we're gonna put this over here, because we have the Pisces that's in this reverse Cancer, right? This begging, this pretty please, front, side, back. And to me, it's begging, let's try all these positions, right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's not, oh, let's go to this area, let's go to this area, we'll talk here, just, you know, so no one knows that whatever that's happening between them is wrong. No, I'm getting full on, they're being fresh, right? And this has been happening, I see 4 to 10 over here. So this has been happening for like 4 to 10 weeks, 4 to 10 days, 4 to 10 months. Like, this has been a while. Or at this point in her journey, she's between 4 and 10 months pregnant. Okay, so that can offer a little bit more of a dilemma, because now that the pregnancy is past, I believe, the first trimester, aborting it is not really the plan of action here. Okay, and so maybe that's why the slime and all of that happened, because there's some kind of like slickness that needs to happen for this abortion to run smoothly. Okay, and slickness could be, you know, just a new plan. It's not as easy as going to a clinic, and trust me, that's not an easy venture. And I say trust me because, not that I've went through the experience personally, but I'm empathizing. I've seen a lot of people go through very similar experience. I've seen movies and everything about it, but more importantly, I've seen people who have absolutely nothing to do with the process take the opportunity away from people to save themselves. And that's what gets me most. So I understand from that point, someone taking away your voice, obviously you deserve to have this voice. And since this voice is, again, up in the air, people feeling like, you know, you can't have control over your own body. Now you're at a stage where the choice is a little bit farther from you than it was before. Okay, so we have the Leo over here. There's cards behind it, but that's just the temperament of the Leo going through this process. I'm not being called to read that as of yet, but I will hopefully remember before the reading's up. Okay, let's see what other cards we need here. White Caucasianness off. Okay, so there's 1 or 2 parties. The victim is vanilla. So I'm gonna put that over here, because obviously the victim would be the student here. in the court of law, even if the student was, you know, pushing onto the teacher in a way that was like overly aggressive, the system is made for the teacher to be the rule of thumb, the authoritarian, the authority there. So it's like if someone was on the street with a cop and the cop was like, oh no, that person offended me, and it's like, well, you're the person in a full uniform with a bulletproof vest and a gun and a taser. I think and an asp, you know, the baton. I think this person who doesn't even have a weapon on them cannot be that much of a threat to you, right? So I'm getting a situation like that. Even though this is a student, like, can't be that much, a high school student can't be that much of a threat in comparison to a teacher, especially when you can so easily go to the principal or go to the parent of the teacher, or, you know, you have that authority. Okay, so we have some kind of saving grace by the divine, and a thanks is in order, okay, because of this instability. This instability that hasn't yet been, you know, come to light, right? And the reason why it hasn't come to light, because even though it's offering some kind of instability, this baby is most likely royalty. Okay, and that's the reason why we are talking about it here, okay? Because the intention for this reading is to touch a chosen person in order to prepare or warn or alert them to the collective energies that need to be transmuted and kind of moved along in flow, okay? So in order for us to do that, the reading has to attach to a chosen energy. And I'm not getting chosen by either the Pisces or the Leo here. But the chosen is the child, okay? So there's some kind of appetizer, small plates. I'm getting a bun in the oven, okay? So here we go. And then it's going to be a quarrel, fight with an injury. So maybe they think a way to thwart this full pregnancy could be maybe a tumble down the stairs, eating or ingesting something that, you know, is not ideal for pregnancy. Oh, that was weird. I guess that's a confirmation there with the small plates. They're going to eat foods. They're not following their and here we go with the instability still at the bottom of the deck. And I made sure to put a different card under here because I kept getting this. So it's truly important that there's so much instability here that either the Leo or the Pisces, both parties, don't feel in control of themselves. And since they don't, they can't pay attention to their guiding light. Okay? Their guiding light is in a sense leading them astray, offering them kind of unhealthy patterns to move along this process, opposed to understanding that this is a divine fated occurrence. And even though a lot of backlash is about to happen because of the age dynamic and the statute of limitations and you know, just a lot of additional stuff. This better days are coming, okay? Because this is a divine occurrence. This baby's chosen. God said this baby must be born by this couple, this Leo Pisces dynamic. Okay, one or both parties are spineless here, and so how they're going about it is probably offering, they're spineless because, you know, they're going to be put in the jailhouse, probably labeled as a sociopath or a psychopath. They're going to try to use the insanity plea so that they don't have to go to jail. That's what's so spineless about it. They rather plead that they're mentally unwell, opposed to seeing that, you know, they consciously made the choice to do something so illegal, right? Cheater, pumpkin eater. They probably have a wife and now they can't keep her. Oh my gosh, that's not funny, but it seems very actual. Bike riding, soul mission accomplished. You know, I think the guides are getting a little too detailed with how this process was underwent, but some evidence is needed. Okay, so in order for, either the Pisces or the Leo here to catch a case. There has to be some kind of evidence that they were even together, but it was under wraps. No one really knows outside of us that it was between a teacher and a student. Okay, which is saving grace to both of them because this child is chosen. I'm not choosing sides here. However, this Saturday is going to shed a light to someone. Oh, it's going to shed a light to her family, because now she can't hide it. She can't hide that she's pregnant any longer. Credit, props. Thank you, divine. Thank you. I think, to be honest, it's not me. It's all you guys. It's all you, Guides. It's all you guys letting me, you know, have the necessary information to input. Okay, you know, it's you guys. And then there's also the ancestors and guides of those that are watching the readings. Like, I appreciate you, because being able to tap into your energy was giving me this practice, this opportunity to, you know, share my gifts, share my life. Yeah, sorry. Okay, then we have family room energy that fell back out here. Okay, so we have the family room here, so we're talking about a physical place. We're talking about the family. That's who's going to find out about this mischievous doings. And then we have the family room energy, which talks about like how the family should show up. What does this mean for the family image, and how is the dynamic of the family going to move going forward? Okay, so that's the energy that's here, most likely with the student, right? Yeah, this is happening with the student. The teacher, if they don't know yet, which some of the, you know, if this applies to multiple people, the teacher is going to find out after Saturday, after this upcoming Saturday, which will be tomorrow. But for the teacher that already knows, because the student, again, is grandiose, so they're going to make them aware. Yeah, the teacher's going crazy. They're not in the best mental state, and they're offering some kind of light magic by, you know, being selectively seductive. So they're letting the student know, like, they're not fully repulsed by what's going on. Like, there's still some kind of allure there. I don't know if this is this a true love situation? No, it's a selectively seductive situation, right? So they probably have some kind of compatibility. I'm not saying that, you know, there was a past love, past life love here, but I'm saying more so their signs are compatible. They feel very comfortable with one another, and people can mistake that comfort for romance and genuine relations. But that's what I see here, right? They probably did some kind of, you know, charming type of display, and, you know, let it be known that there was some kind of attraction, and that's the reason why this was all even brought up. But again, that shouldn't have happened between a teacher and a student. Okay, so you couldn't abort the pregnancy because the baby's chosen, and you're not being advised to let go of the baby. This is actually saving grace for you. This baby is going to hold this kind of energy, this light energy. It's going to be so beautiful. Like, you're going to be able to, like, see the aura of the baby, and it's probably going to be like I want to say light as in like white. When you first see the baby, it's going to be very pure, and then it's going to turn into like a purple. It's going to be a very royal color, and it's going to be like this baby has been here before in a way that seems like an old soul, but that is learning everything anew. So there's kind of like that whimsical nature. You know what I'm thinking of? Kind of like the what is it? Squid Games? Like the older man, number 1 in Squid Games. How he played all the games as if he was a kid again, but he was an old person. It is that energy in a baby. Okay, and it's beautiful. It's gonna be able to offer that the blessings and miracles that happen when like a high vibrational soul is born, and is going to like really push all of your lives forward. Is really going to assist in a lot of decision making that kind of was like up in the air. Maybe there were some people who didn't feel like, you know, they made it in life. They didn't do the things that were necessary for them to be great. Well, this baby is going to bring an energy into this home that is going to be uplifting and really push people to be their best selves. If not because, you know, they want to show off in front of the baby, or they have to protect the baby, at least so that the baby has good role models. Okay, so just know that the baby most likely will be born in October, so be ready. Be ready. So that means that October most likely will be a Leo, or Leo, did you hear me? So the Leo's the one that's having a baby. We know that is already a go. So the Leo's having the baby, but most likely it's going to be a Libra or Sagittarius. Okay? And between a Libra and a Sagittarius, do you hear me? A Libra and a Scorpio. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. I don't really subscribe to the Ophiuchus. I don't subscribe to that. But yes, so it's going to be between a Libra and a Scorpio. However, there's going to be some placement in Sagittarius that's really going to make this baby like so much fun to be around. Okay, the excitement and joy. It's going to make this baby so much fun to be around. Okay, so just an update. Your bladder, yeah, you're probably going to be bored all the time. And your play cousins are probably going to be your new best friends. Okay, there's something about Saturday into Sunday, and I think that has everything to do with the play cousins kind of, you know, being a part of this information, because we said that it's going to shed a light on Saturday, and then we have Saturday into Sunday, the Lord's Day, and boom, that's what's going to happen. All right, I wouldn't say a full-on celebration, but there's going to be some kind of announcement, and then most likely a sleepover. Everyone is just going to stay there from quote-unquote celebrating this new venture, even though the termination alert for it is kind of expired. Right? Or maybe they're celebrating the termination of it, and they haven't quite figured out yet that they can't terminate it because it's 4 months in, and they'll learn that once they go to the doctor. Okay? They need a space cleanse, or I need a space cleanse. Oh, and they need, because wherever they had relations, they need to cleanse this space. Cartoons. And arrested. Okay, so I'm getting cartoons as in, you know, they're arrested because even though this is a beautiful venture, because a royal baby is coming from this, it's happening with the child. So, and it shouldn't have been heaven on earth. Even though in a sense it was maybe to both parties, but there's a cycle that's beginning, and again, it's saving grace to everyone except the teacher. Yeah. So, alrighty, good luck. I'll see you soon. Until the next.